There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV.
Yo, mic checker, microphone record. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Signing in live and large. We're listening to Aerosmith once again. Only 8 tracks on this record. I think 8 tracks from what I've come across on these journeys through great records that I may have missed back in the day through my musical journey. I am finding that 8 tracks might potentially be the optimal amount of content for a full-length record. Don't outstay its welcome, nothing overboard, enough time and enough energy and limited space to ensure that you can concentrate your best material and create a great record. So this is Aerosmith's second record entitled Get Your Wings. We listened to the self-titled record a little bit back now, and I'll tell you what, honestly, it took me a moment to get onto the second record, purely as the first record didn't entertain me too much. From what I've seen of Aerosmith, I've seen the big glam 80s hair metal, hair rock, hard rock, ballad, pristine Aerosmith. So to hear them in their early days, it didn't really tickle my pickle to what I had initially expected. But this record, I assume, may be a little more of what we had last time, purely as it was released 1 year afterwards. 74, I think this record was put out, but we need to climb the ladder in order to get what I want to hear, i.e. love in an elevator, living it up when we're going down. I want to get to that stuff, but, you know, I'm not putting this down. I'm coming in with a bias, yeah, but I reckon there's definitely going to be some good material on this. There's a reason why they blew up as big as they did do, because they were putting out great records. So, shout out to all of the Aerosmith heads out there. Let's jump straight into it. Track 1 of 8. This one's entitled Same Old Song and Dance. Let's go. Come on. I think this one was on Guitar Hero back in the day. We're not messing, come on. That a little bit of distortion on that bass guitar there. Sounds like a bit of fuzz, doesn't it? Little bit of brass in there. Come on, here we go. Here we are. We're just jamming on that riff. I saw Aerosmith many times in the 90s. Steven Tyler would always ask after the opener, you want new stuff or old school tonight? I never heard the crowd once say new stuff. You know what? Realistically, unless you're like a local band who's sort of blowing up at that stage, that will be the case, won't it? That will be the case. If an act's been going since the 70s, you know, who am I to talk? You never know, right? But fresh stuff is fresh. It's not going to have reached the ears. It's not going to have had years and decades to market itself to crowds. So it's completely understandable. Although, you know what I mean, with like modern artists and modern bands and such, you know, hype bands who are developing momentum and really creating steam. They might have a big hit single or EP or something that's just been put out. Don't tend to be an LP, but I'm speaking in regards to my personal experience as to where it's done the rounds. Yo, have you heard that new single by so-and-so? Yo, have you heard that little 3-track EP by so-and-so, that change of sound? But when it comes to the full length, it takes a lot of time for people to absorb, the full extent of it, I find. Come on. Ba-da-ba-ba. We might have to put some respect on whoever's on brass there. We got credits. No, I don't think we got credits on this, but we got Columbia Records, a division of Sony Music Entertainment. A force to be reckoned with is Columbia Records, that's for sure. Writers, we got Joe Perry and Steven Tyler. That's as much as we're getting, alright? And this is the single version. Same old song and dance, my friend. It's the same old story, same old story, same old song and dance. 880,000 views. A little bit of symphony here as well. So such as any great song, especially when it's within the realms of 3 minutes long, we got a great development instrumentally. The audacity and the power of the record is, increasing as we get to the end to keep us, the listener, entertained. That was really good. Lord of the Fires, which is a brilliant song title. I've never heard this reference. Let's keep on moving.